Hello students, welcome to e-classes of DPOL School. So today we are going to learn the chapter number 4 of Standard 4 Science World book. So here we are going to see the chapter that is from the part of unit 2, and the chapter name is Adaptations in Animals. So, the environment in which an animal lives is called habitat. We all know that, students. So, you can see animals in every kind of habitat, in the deep sea, in the mountains, in the icy polar regions, and the hot and dry deserts. But how do the animals survive in their environment, students? In order to survive in the environment, the animals must have changes their body structure and food habits and behavior. And this process is known as adaptation. So, those animals that can adapt themselves alone and survive, those that don't disappear, and these animals are actually adapted in their environment. So look at the animals where they lives. You can see here the monkey is lives in it on a tree, and the fish is lives within the water, and the lion is within the den, and the bird is within the nest, etc. You can see the rabbit is inside the hole, and the now we can see the adaptation to habitat. An animal may live on land, water, or air. Depending on the habitat, the animal has special features to enable it to survive in it. So what are terrestrial animals, students? Terrestrial animal live on land. So the animal those are live on the land area are known as terrestrial animal. These animals have features live on land. They have strong legs and that are suitable for walking on land. Their legs also help them to catch their prey and protect themselves from their enemies. Lungs are the breathing organs in the land animals, and sense organ of animals are well developed. So they help the animals know their surroundings. Which one? The sense organs. Okay, so however the condition on the land also vary. That is, somewhere that is extremely cold, and in case of some places there is extremely hot. So in case the polar regions there is extremely cold. In the mountains also there are extremely cold. You can find many animals in the mountain areas, that is goat, yak, and the polar bear living in such cold places. So if we talk about the elephant, tiger, lion, deer, cow, horse, these are found the in the mountain areas. Okay, and or the land areas. And if we talk about the mountain goat, yak, and the polar bear, we are found them uh, in the places where there is very cold, that is the extremely cold places. The polar bear and the yak have thick fur on their bodies. So this particular structure of the polar bear is protects them from the cold. Some animals like seals, penguin, and birds have a thick layer on their body of fat, and this layer is made up of fat and called blubber under their skin to keep the body warmth, and it helps them to live in the freezing cold water. You can see this one is seal and this one is penguin. and the birds that have live here survive in the cold and in the winter months by moving the warmer places. This is called migration, and the process is known as what, the migration. And after they return, after some time they return to their homes once the winter is gone. Other animals like frogs, snakes, bears sleep or remain in, inactive during the cold winter months, and they go on to winter sleep, and this process is known as hibernation. The animals like frog, bear, and snakes are shown hibernation. So let us learn about animals living desert. So which animal living in desert, students? That is camel. So camel is adapted to the conditions of deserts, and it have broad papped feet which help it to walk on the sand. The camels also stores water and fats inside the hump, so it can go without food and water for many days. A camel has long, thick eyelashes that protect it from sand during a sandstorm. A camel can close its nose during a sandstorm. All desert animals have little hair on their bodies, so this helps them to prevent the loss of water from their bodies. So some animals in the deserts have a long sleep in the hot summer months become there is little or no water, so they goes to this process is known as, or this summer sleep is known as estivations. And what about aquatic animal, students? The animals that are live in the water are called as aquatic animals. So they have also some features that help to survive in the water. So let us know about those features, students. So first one is fish, then crab, then snail, then duck, then whale, and then dolphins. A fish has fins which help them to swim. The turtles, sails, and dolphins have flippers. Okay, so flippers help them to swim in the water. A duck has webbed feet. So which one is help him to paddle in the water? The fish breathes within the inside water. So how? Through the gills. The gills helps them to breathe. Animals like whales, dolphin breathe through the lungs, students. So they cannot breathe inside water like dolphins and whales, so they have come to the surface of the water very often to breathe the airs. And the amphibians, what are amphibian, students? The animals those are live on both land and water are known as the amphibians. Okay, so amphibians like frogs, toads, and salamanders, these are the amphibians. You can see this one is the salamander and this one is the frog. A frog breathes with the help of lungs, and when it is on the land, it breathes through the skin. So when it is in the water, it webs feet to help the swim in the water. Then after that, the arboreal animals. What are arboreal animals, students? Those are live on the tree. That is monkey, lizard, and chameleons. Okay, these are arboreal animals. The chameleons change their color to blend with the surroundings. You can see this one is the chameleon. So their bodies are suited to live in the trees. So monkeys have long and strong limbs and sharp claws which help them to climb the tree, and also have long tails that help them hold on to the branches. Then the aerial animals. The aerial means the animals that can fly and spend a lot of time in the air, that is called aerial animals. So what are the features that can help the bird to fly on the air? You can see a bird have boot shaped body which help them to cut through the air easily, and the bones are hollow, so the body of the bird is also light, thus it have to fly on the air, and it have many feathers covered with its body, so the feather helped him to fly. Most of birds except flightless birds, aerial animals, that is birds and some insect also belongs to this group. You can see the sparrow, crow, bird, bat and mosquito, eagle, housefly, butterfly, parrot. These are the animals. The bats are not birds, they are mammals. Then the adaptation for food. So according to the adaptation of food, the animals may eat the plant or the animal or even both. So according to their food habitat, this is divided into four groups. That is the herbivorous, which one is the first? That is the animals that eat the plants are known as herbivorous. And herbivores are cow, goat, elephant, and are some example of herbivorous animals. And they have sharp teeth for biting the food and broad flat teeth for grinding the food. This is because the herbivores need to chew a lot before they swallow the food. Okay, then what about carnivorous? Carnivorous is the second one. The animals that eat the flesh of other animals are known as carnivorous. Like lions, tigers, snakes are example of carnivorous. And what are the omnivorous? And I have to say something about carnivorous students. They have sharp teeth and that help him to eat the flesh or tear the flesh. Then the omnivorous are those who are eat both plants and animals. The bears, the cows are the examples of some omnivorous, and humans are also the examples of the omnivorous. So they have teeth that suited to eat all kinds of foods. Then after that, scavengers. Who are scavenger students? The animals that are feed on the flesh of dead animals are called scavengers. Vultures, slugs, and hyena are example of scavengers. Scavengers help to keep the jungle clean. Then the parasite. Animals that depend on other animals are known for their food are known as the parasite. So these animals live inside the body of another organisms and even on it. That is lice, leeches, and other creatures which suck the blood from the host, and the works of hookworms, tapeworms, roundworms live inside the body of the another animal and get their foods. You can see this one is a leaf, and this one is the hookworm, and this one is a roundworm, and this one is a tapeworm. So what are the adaptation for the protection students? We can see now. So the adaptation for the protections are the animals like grasshoppers, chameleons, butterflies, food frogs, and leaf insects are stick insect can escape from their enemies because their color or the body color or the body shape are blend with their surroundings, and this is known as camouflage. What is camouflage? Then some animals like the deer and the zebra have very strong legs to help them to run away from the danger. Okay. Then the World of Animal Day is celebrated in the on the year on each year, that is on October 4th. Then endangered animals. What are the endangered animals, students? The in spite of all adaptation, animals are in the danger, students. So many animals all over the world are now rare, so they can disappear soon, and these are gone under extinct group from the earth. So because the people hunt animals for their needs, and they cut down forests, destroy the habitats of animals, and makes their homes, farms, factories, and overstations on their wastage. So these get into the air, sea, through the soil, or even get into river, lakes, and oceans, thus threatening wildlife. Here are some endangered animals. You can see the tiger, the gorilla, and the giant panda. The dinosaurs are disappeared from the earth from the long ago. When an animal disappears from each from the earth completely, and none of the kind is alive, this one is called extinct. That is the polar bear and Asian elephant and the chimpanzees. People are now working hard to protect the animals and save them, so from the danger, but it can work only if all of you join hands to save the animals. Okay, so save animals, and we can just like save the planet or save our planet. So here we know what is the meaning of adaptation, what are the types of animals, and what are the adaptations done by the animal world. And you have to read them and recall the whole chapter and check your progress by doing the exercise. So see you in next class, students. Thank you.